Advisors here from all three Republican campaigns, starting with the Cruz campaign. And we'll start with Congressman Ribble. He joins me now from the greatest little city on earth. Sorry, Reno. Green Bay, Wisconsin. I will always say that as a diehard Packer fan. And full disclosure, multiple shares of the Packers do I own. Congressman, thanks for joining me.
There we go.
Let me ask you this.
You're welcome, Chuck. Good to be with you.
Do you believe that Ted Cruz can carry Wisconsin in November, and did that factor into your decision to support him?
No, it didn't factor in my decision to support him. I think November is going to be totally dependent on who the candidates actually are in the moment. If Ted Cruz is going up against Hillary Clinton in Wisconsin, I think he's got as good a chance as any Republican has had since Ronald Reagan carried Wisconsin. And so, sure, I believe he can win. I think that Hillary Clinton is a damaged Democratic candidate, and so it certainly helps him for sure.
Well, let me ask you this bigger picture. Why do you think Republicans have struggled in Wisconsin in presidential years but do well in midterm?
Well, you know, I mean, Wisconsin is pretty purple, and I think you're going to see it in the numbers tonight, Chuck. It's a very polarized state. Bernie Sanders is likely to be the winner on the left, and Ted Cruz is likely to be the winner on the right, which represents how far apart the two political parties are, and it's reflected in our Senate delegation with Ron Johnson and Tammy Baldwin, who represent kind of the perimeters of their respective parties, and so that's the nature of Wisconsin politics.
And why is that? Is that something that's just... they're just very mature activists on both sides of the aisle? Is it just polarized because of the Scott Walker wars? How do you explain this?
Milwaukee was the first city in the country that elected a socialist mayor, and that's nearly 100 years ago. And so this polarity has been around Wisconsin for a very long time. The state is generally progressive in its urban areas and generally conservative in its rural areas. And a lot of the state is rural, and I think you're going to see Ted Cruz do especially well in the rural areas, except for one variance, and that would be the counties of Waukesha County, Wauwatosa, those counties down there, Jim Sensenbrenner's district, he's going to carry big, and that's in part because of the power of talk radio in Wisconsin.
How would you describe the state of the economy in Green Bay right now to an outsider?
The economy is really good here in Green Bay right now, and in fact, the unemployment rate north of Milwaukee is under 4%. As I go about my congressional district and I talk with manufacturers, farmers, different retailers, their biggest issue is finding enough labor to do the work that they have, and so things are going pretty well in northeast Wisconsin for sure.
All right, Congressman Ribble, I'm going to leave it there. Congressman, thanks for joining me from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Now I'm going to move